So I have been using the Fiio QX13 for the last couple of weeks. This one is the flagship USB DAC amp from Fiio, priced at $280. It is equipped with ESS 9027 Pro DAC and houses 6 high-end TI op-amps for amplifiers. This one is equipped with high quality accessories too. We are getting a magnetic case. You guys can see, let me show you. It latches onto the back of your iPhone, and it comes with a magnetic ring to connect with your other mobile phones. You just have to take the glue off of that ring and put it on your mobile phone case or mobile phone, and you can attach the QX13 behind the mobile phone for better transportability. But I'm not using it because this is perfectly fine. I'm not going to take this out of my house for safety reasons. In any case, let's start talking about the build quality and that kind of stuff. It is made out of metal. You guys can see the name of this color is titanium gold, and it kind of looks like yellowish gold, silver yellow kind of mix, and comes with a 2-inch display. And there are a lot of information on this device. This 2-inch display is really helpful if you want to change a lot of stuff. All this stuff are available on the app too. You guys can see equalizer, off, display rotation, off, theme, everything is available on the app. Now there is something interesting happening here. If you want to apply equalizer, okay, the USB DAC amp will turn off and on. Confirm, turn on or off the equalizer device, restart. Okay, so yeah, equalizer is turned on. I don't know what really happened there. I was playing around the equalizer because I kind of felt that it needs slight bit of tweaking at this point of time. In any case, I was just showing you guys the thing that it has all the settings on the app, and all these settings are available on the device too. So yes, equalizer cannot be used inside the DAC amp, but every other setting is available here. Let me show you guys again. I have shown it in the walk around, but in any case, press the middle button. It's a button, okay. I was kind of mistaken by thinking that this is a capacitive or touch sensitive button, but no, it's a press button. Gain, filters, volume, coaxial out, channel balance, brightness, PEQ mode, user 1. You can change this PEQ modes, but you cannot use the equalizer bars to tune it. But you can definitely use other equalizer modes: max volume, screen rotation, theme, screen timeout, UAC mode, HD, HID button. HID button is basically the stuff you want to do with the this buttons. Okay, you can change those. A, B. Okay, so this is the stuff you can do with these buttons. It's on A, and I'm perfectly fine with the A. I just do not need it for anything else but volume, so it's perfectly fine. And that's it. You can use this display to change all the settings that is available on the app. So just use your EQ on the app, use it parametric EQ. Let me show you guys the EQ a bit, okay, how the EQ is working. So it's on user 1, and we are going to advanced settings. So here you can change nearly everything: filter type, low shelf, peak is just like a hump, okay. High shelf means it goes up. Band pass, so it's going to be limited at this point, nothing else. Low pass just drops off just before that frequency. High pass is it takes off just before that frequency, just after the frequency to be precise. All pass, so it doesn't make a lot of difference. It is applied uniformly throughout the spectrum. So yes, this is interesting if you want to play around. I do not EQ, so I will just leave it at EQ off when I'm using, but yeah, it kind of needs slight bit of EQ because I kind of felt that this is slightly mid bassy, so I'm just playing around with the EQs here. In any case, that's it. That is the use of EQ here, or the app here to be precise. There isn't anything else that you need to know about the app or anything like that. We are getting a desktop mode. Okay, now the interesting thing is that you do not need an external power supply for this desktop mode. It already activates with this connection. Okay, you do not need an external power or anything like that for desktop mode, and we are getting very good amount of power to be precise. I am kind of getting nearly double the power of UA6. I have been using the UA6 for the last 6-7 months, and I have to admit this one is more powerful than the UA6. I am using a handful of IEMs around the QX13. I am using the 64 audio U sorry, not you, this is the Aspire 4, and I have to admit, okay, I really have to admit that it is able to extract the best out of the Aspire 4 without much issues. Now, if we start talking about the sound quality, there are a small bit of issues with this USB DAC amp. It kind of is slightly mid bassy, which is not exactly great if you are a purist, but it's being said to be tuned for the new meta, which is something I'm not really happy about. But yes, this is tuned for the new meta, which has a bit of emphasis on the mid bass region. So if you want to make it a bit more balanced, use the parametric EQ, or you can use the EQ within your player app. I believe the app that you are using for music playback, U app or power amp, will be enough. Even the Neutron player has a good EQ, so yes, that can be EQ'd. If we talk about the sub bass, this is very good with the extension. No issues with end-to-end extension at both hands. Even in the treble range, it has very good extension. No issues with that at all. We are getting good amount of rumble. Mid bass, as I have already mentioned, is a bit on the forward side. It is bigger with the area of impact. It kind of enhances a bit more mid bass body. Okay, mid bass body, and slows down the decay slightly. So the natural decay is not exactly available with this one. It has slightly slower decay, which kind of adds a bit more thump or a bit more punchy presentation with the mid bass. So that kind of hampers its clarity and definition a bit. It still is very well defined, very good layered delivery, no issues with the layered delivery or anything like that. But it is not exactly the cleanest sounding USB DAC amp, even in the Fiio range. If you talk about the upper bass region, it is clean enough. Okay, no issues with the upper bass notes. It is clean enough, but yes, it could have been a bit more tighter, a bit more cleaner. Let's move on to the mid range. That is where this USB DAC amp is very good. No issues with clarity or anything. Very good resolution, very good definition. I'm liking the tonality too. I have tried it with a handful of IEMs, and I have to admit that the tonality and timbre are very good, very accurate. They are natural, throaty. They have the right amount of emphasis for both male and female vocals. Somehow I felt that the note height could have been a bit more taller. It is slightly shorter in that regard, but no issues with the finishing definition or clarity with both male and female vocals. Instruments around the vocals are very well defined. They have very good transparency, very good resolution, and very good finishing definition too. No issues with back and foreground separation or layering. So very well defined mid range. I like the extra bit of imaging, or you can say the separation too. If we talk about the treble range, that is where this USB DAC amp is fantastic. It has a big stage one of the biggest I have heard under $500, irrespective of the desktop or dongle form factor. This one is fantastic with the staging. It has very good imaging, very good layering and separation, and the air between instruments is just outstanding. I'm really loving the way it is creating the stage. A more 3D or holographic stage is being presented by the QX13. It has very good extension. I have mentioned that earlier. It has very good treble extension and very good agility, very good clarity. Yes, it's a bit on the slightly softer side. It does not have the extra bit of sharpness that we used to get with KA17 and KA5. I haven't heard the KA13, but KA5 and KA17 were a bit more drier, a bit more cleaner in that regard. This one is slightly smoother, slightly softer in that presentation. It is not sharp or thin or aggressive. So it is presenting a more, I'll say, fatigue free kind of tonality. But yes, that is slightly robbing it of extra bit of resolution and definition. In any case, it's a very good sounding USB DAC amp, and if you are upgrading from KA17, you are getting a bigger stage, a lot more power, 900 MW of power with desktop mode, and around 650-630 MW of power in high or super high gain mode. So it is very powerful. To be precise, you do not need external power to activate the desktop mode. So fantastic USB DAC amp at this point of time when it comes to power and drivability. But if you are looking for a clean, clear and transparent kind of presentation, this is slightly not in that line. To be precise, it is a proper upgrade to the KA15, which was smoother, slightly calmer, slightly fatigue free. This is a proper upgrade to that. But for a KA5 or KA17 user, this might sound slightly softer than what they are expecting. In any case, this is the review of Fiio QX13. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Enjoy.